We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm trying to figure things out here too. Hey, how you guys doing? I know, racist. Yeah, had to mute Discord and I had to mute YouTube and everything. I know I can see everything. Yeah, I'm checking to see if I have the right mic right now. Okay, video view mute. Oh, here, I'm not on the right microphone once again. Okay, there, I'm on the right microphone again. It is on my camera microphone. It always does. I wish there was a thing where I could do that.
Unlike you have a drawer of microphones or something.
No, it's that's that stupid camera mic, sis.
Mm-hmm.
So here, this is a test stream to get all the bugs and glitches out that we had. Was it yesterday for the Elder Scrolls? And it was terrible. Okay, and so it was just, yeah, it was bad. Nobody could hear me. Okay, nobody could hear me for what was it? How many long? Like 35 minutes, and then guys came up and we're just doing a test stream and making sure this all works. And by the way, the woman next to me, this is my sister. One of my sisters, by the way. So, but she's the one I talk to a lot more than some of my others. So,
or give you a stick of dynamite and see you run with it. Yeah.
So, yeah, people are like, wow, he brought one of his sisters on that he always talks about. Yes, I did. Harley's been around for a very long time. So, like I said, not blood related, but she became my sister over a huge amount of years. We've been through hell together. So, and Kay was just in the call and said she was going to go take a bath. So, yeah, I heard you, baby. What are you gonna say, sis?
Yeah, that was an awkward when we knew that was a sibling family type of interaction. It was very quick, very easy. This is what this is gonna be.
Yeah. So she's been my sister for a while, like years and years. Unlike some of my other sisters, I have I have other family. I pick up a lot of family, so. I tend to collect family. So, hey guys, thank you guys for being here, and I appreciate you guys. Tim here at 7:25 p.m. Hell, what's up, brother? Let me see this. I'm doing this for the first time. Can you guys see this on the stream? I know there's like a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. Hey, Tim, thank you for being over here, brother. I appreciate it. There is Tim. Tim's like, hey, get on with it. This is the thing that I will be. This is the streaming platform I'll be doing stuff on for right now. Okay, I really get it. No. Okay. Tim says be right back. And then he said tired, but good. Okay. So thank you for being over here. So yeah, we're just gonna chit chat and probably talk about, there's some new Mortal Kombat stuff that came out. Mortal Kombat 2 stuff came out. And just chat to see how everything works. So I had this really cool thing, but I thought she told me that the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer came out, but then I made this really cool thumbnail. She saw it. How awesome was that thumbnail?
It was very awesome. Very much so.
Dude, you guys, like, I'm not going to be able to show the thumbnail until the trailer comes out. So that's October, I think. So you guys, I'm going to have to save that thumbnail till October now.
That's okay. How much did we wait for Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
It did. People just oh. I liked some of it, but then some of it was just oh, dude.
Oh,
They tried too hard. Like
I think they did, but at the same time, it very much for me, it held up to what it was supposed to be. For being
yeah,
so long out there, spaced in between the first movie to the second movie, they did very well.
yeah.
They did.
So yeah, I've there was some stuff that you could see like it's been out there for a while. No, everybody knows that part where she started talking to the kid. So we're not
Uh-huh.
doing yeah. If you don't want to hear spoilers and you haven't seen it yet, that's it's been out for about a year or so. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's some
Well, and
people that still haven't seen like certain movies from. Hey Sherry, thank you for coming
hey.
over. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And oh, guys, I am also on Rumble too. I forgot to put this. I forgot to put that I'm live. Oh my, Cece, take care. Take care of the talking, mumbling. Talk to the chat
um,
while I do this.
well, we can continue with Beetlejuice just fine. I just won't reveal anything in particular about it, but I thought it was, to be honest with you, it kept the playful concept of Beetlejuice, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I thought it was done very well. Um, in that regards.
yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but I I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm an artist and you know how you were just talking about your thumbnail right there, right? Do you remember when I did an actual couple drawings of Beetlejuice
Yeah, I remember
type
that.
images
Yeah.
and we ended up having it to where I had to sit on it for a full year before I can do anything with my Beetlejuice art because we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I had to sit on. Hello, Sherry. How are you?
Sherry is awesome. I've known Sherry for a very long time. So she especially basically since I started streaming. Hey guys, just wanted to say hi. Uh, so um, here, so I'm gonna do that. Boop, boop. Remember, go get your Vindictive merch. It's still up on Jay's store. Yeah. Hey, Parrot Head, what's up? So let me do that. Parrot Head is one of my brothers. He's been in there. Sherry, Parrot Head, and a bunch of people, other people are from. They're just awesome. People that I've known and friends and family that I've known over here on YouTube. So they're like YouTube family. So Sherry's awesome. She goes over there with Snow Dove and everybody else in the Cotton Connection, and and then with over there with the Dix division and everything else. So Sherry's awesome. Parrot Head, dude, he just rips on me all the time and all this other stuff because I've been on the Dix division panels and stuff over there. Not recently, but because I had to do that whole thing, where I had all that teeth surgery and you knew about that. Yeah, I hated that. But yeah, but now I'm back to streaming and hopefully this platform right here will this one, and it seems stable so far, right? Can you guys? And I'm wanting to hear. Can you guys hear us out there really good? I wanted to make sure if you guys can hear us out there really good or not. I just want to know if you can hear us really good out there. So sounds good. Everything else. Yeah. Sherry will. Sherry is a memer. She is an awesome memer. She's awesome. Oh, shut up, Parrot Head. I know it.
Oh.
I do that to him all the time. Dude, we rip on each other all the time. So, let me see. Let me put this out there. Come join us. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this right here, and then I'm gonna put the Rumble. Like I want to make sure Rumble gets its love too. So Here.
Mhm.
Put this right here. No dead air. We do not need dead air. So what were you talking about? The Beetlejuice and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand with that. So.
Hmm. I'm starting to think that you may didn't like it too
Oh
much.
no, there's you know me. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, there are some problems with things sometimes.
Hmm.
I just like it's just why would you do that, man? Like why? And then here's this. Watch this. Boop. Let me see if this works. Yo, what's up? So I got that in the background now. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll just
Mm.
do this instead because that takes a lot of resources on there.
Hmm.
Let me go to the chat or chat. Oh yeah, I wonder. I'll do the Legion of Memers has nothing to do. Doesn't have anything on Sherry. Sherry is cutthroat. She is. Poor Rudolph. Yeah, poor Rudolph is just. Yeah.
Poor
Just
sock.
as poor. Yeah, he is. He is just. He's a puppet, sock puppet on the
Ah.
connection. So, he got destroyed. So, here, where was this? I'm gonna try to get this. So, this is the thing we wanted to share because she didn't. We thought the trailer was out today because she told me. And
Yeah.
okay, so listen to this, guys. I found out because you know me. I after the some protocol and everything else that we had, some of the chaos we had on the Roadhouse. I went to go see if that trailer was there. Okay. And it wasn't. It didn't come out. She saw an AI trailer.
Yeah. I pulled a Goofy Harley moment where I was like, "This looks so cool," and then I was like, drat."
Yeah. So she pulled that like it was just I was just like, okay. So I was like, okay, so maybe we can go and do this then. So I was like, okay, instead of doing that, we can just do this. Boop. And do this. Let me see if this works right. And show on stream. Right there.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
I thought this was a good article. And, everybody has their own little thought process when it comes to like who should play what character and stuff. But, so many times we only opinions vary when it comes to us as the people. But I think they did really well with choosing at least who
Johnny. Oh.
for Johnny. There was a controversy over that.
Yeah. Hey Tim, welcome back, dude.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back, brother. So yeah, it's. I wish they would have got Miz, because Miz would have fit that the Johnny vibe perfectly. But I am not gonna bitch about Carl Urban, because Carl Urban is just. I love him, dude. Especially, I love him in the Boys, but sometimes the Boys gets just so deleted with stupid bullshit that goes on in the show.
Yeah, I only got to see up to the end of season 1. What I
Yeah.
did get to see of him in The Boys, he did a phenomenal job on that.
Yeah.
I
As
felt.
the seasons went on, it got more. How do we say it, guys? We got more woke and other things and stuff in there. It just. It got really bad. And, the boys from Supernatural are coming back in this next season.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, kind of getting the band back together, aren't we?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, how are they going to do this? Sherry said, I loved him. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
So, It's Carl Urban, and I want to say this. And let me find this something right here. This was a disjustice. Well, let's see. Dread. Okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
him and Dread. Yeah, I really wish there was something more on that. I really
Dude,
wish there was a lot more.
Like, here, dude, I want to say this to him. Okay, you see all these pictures and everything right here.
Yeah.
He was Dread. He was the Dread from the comics. Okay. This is what pissed me off so much. Because Sylvester Stallone, throughout the movie, I am the law! And then he would go over here and like, hey, I'm going to take my hat off.
Mhm.
I'm going to take my helmet. No, Dread doesn't take his fucking helmet off, bro. No. Like, Carl Urban was bloody Dread. I just, and it was a disservice to him that they did not do a sequel. Like, I love this movie so much. This movie is just, have you seen this one, sis?
I have, but it's been a long time. But here's the thing on that. I have never seen the comics, so that is something that I would have to brush up on, to actually see them and stuff. But, you say they did a disservice by not putting on a sequel, and I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But the other side of this is that in the actual one movie they made, to me, I didn't feel like, I don't know, there just wasn't enough character. I just felt like it was some stunt in a movie playing.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah.
I grew up on that movie of Sylvester Stallone alone in that movie. So I just felt like there wasn't enough substance to Dread himself. He just came in and shot up the place and
That's
collected.
Dread. That's Dread. Dread is the most baddest ass motherfucker ever.
Mhm.
And he gives no shits. Like, okay, I want to say this. Hey, Mikey, what's up? Low Spec, my brother Peglin, what's up? And Mikey's saying hi to all the chat out there. Thank you, Mikey.
Hello.
Appreciate it. And dude, he like here, right here. This is just this right here. Let me go to this picture and share this picture when it gets up there. That is just this picture, like that him as Dread is just.
Yeah, as I said, it worked really well. I really did think he fit the part. He did everything. It took me a minute to realize who it was. I don't remember names very well, but I just felt like there wasn't enough substance for him as a character of Dread, and maybe there is not a lot of character for Dread in the long run.
Well, yeah, because I have a bunch of the old comics that was.
Yeah,
if you go through it, Dread was a no nonsense. He didn't take his helmet off. He didn't take any shit. He did what he needed to do. That was it.
But I also think that Stallone did do a very good role.
That's kind of like, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to call him out, and everybody knows I'm going to say this. It's like in the Marvel movies where they got to take their fucking masks and helmets off, like. And, we go up in the sky, we can have but the minute we land, we gotta, like, dude, when Robert Downey Jr. used to take his fucking Iron Man helmet off all the time, I'm like, okay, yeah, dude, we want to know, but, dude, and then that's the thing, and, like, jump into another thing, that's the thing that worries me about that new, they're not gonna do the mask, they're not gonna do that, he's going, yeah, I'm going to be Doom right here, and then, when we go to a certain port, it's going to be Doom. And, like, But I agree, Sly was to me, he was good Dread, but, like, and I always say this, because and everybody knows this from The Archivist and other things that everybody's seen me on, I'm a pure, I'm like, stay true, just like with Superman, stay true to... Like, with Superman, it's truth, justice, and the American way. Superman's good, Lex is evil. He's bad. You can't mess up with that, but over the years, they've done that. And this is reason why I'm kind of hoping, and please, Gunn, don't make an ass out of me and just screw this up. I'm hoping. Like, the Fantastic Four movie, it's I think that's DOA. Okay. Yeah.
Did you get to see what Ed Boon said in that article for...
Okay, I want to say this. Ed Boon's an asshole.
Okay.
He's an idiot. It's his ego. He has an ego. He is. He has an ego about, I'm the guy that made Mortal Kombat. I'm the god tier. Hey, Ginger, what's up? Hey, Ginger. Yeah, I got all my Cotton Connection family. I got Dick's Division family coming in. Thank you guys for coming over. I appreciate it. I think you guys. This is just a test stream too. I'm blessed to have you guys over here. Thank you. So I don't have everything set up yet. So yeah, hey Parrothead. Yeah. Oh, I agree with Mikey on Lex Luthor is being played by Nicholas Hoult, who also plays Renfield in the same title, which was Dracula. Yeah. And Nicholas Hoult, I've seen him in some other. He can be evil. He can be evil. Like, this is the reason why I have no problem with him being Lex. And we have other friends that have already seen like the preview cut of it, or have talked to people that have seen it, and they said he is downright evil. That's what Lex should be. So I'm like, yeah, I know coming. I said thanks for coming over here tonight. Yeah, I know. Tim's like, oh, you said coming. Hey, butthead, he said coming. I knew. Okay, so I don't have a lot of the video stuff on yet. So I don't have my clips on yet. So, you know, I only have like the Roadhouse clips on. I have this one.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I have that one, and then I have a Roadhouse clip, and I have the George Carlin clip. Because when I was making a stream, I was like, oh dear Lord. I don't have, using Streamlabs. It's working better than any other thing did, LoSpec. LoSpec just asked me what I was using, and I'm using Streamlabs. It's working perfectly. You guys can hear the sound and everything. So hopefully the sound's good. I went through a whole thing of it doing it. So, and Mikey said, yes, this is the first live action Super Nintendo feature is Dog Crypto too. I think if I remember right, well, live action, they had Crypto. They had Crypto in the Titans. So this isn't the first live action. Crypto was actually in the Titans for from that chick that was like Starfire looked really weird. So she looked weird at times, and you know, Starfire, you know. Yeah, dude, it's working, bro. Yeah. So
That's Judd. Okay, that's so totally Judd.
what?
What you said.
What?
He was kicking and screaming. Talk Studio is the cheapest out there.
Yo, dude, I wanted to I want to say this. I want to say this. I wanted to keep StreamYards, but that shit's too fucking expensive, bro. How baby wasn't it? It was like almost $500 for a year of it.
Oh, Lord.
Almost five. Dude, that's a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. Literally.
Mhm.
Literally. And I was pissed because last night, yesterday, I was furious because I thought I thought I had everything set up because me and Kay the night before, we set everything up. And babe, how did it like it worked, right? She was there. Yeah, she does help me a lot. So I appreciate my wife. You know, I appreciate her. Oh no, no, baby, you didn't have to do that. No, but she's like, because we went through, like, we went through, and I was like, damn, I wish StreamYards would work, and it wasn't so. I love StreamYards, like I do, I love it, but the reason why I do not love it is because they know they have one of the better systems out there, and they know they can. It's like the people that go to Disney. The people that go to Disney. Disney knows there's idiots out there that will pay a premium price because of the word Disney. And you know, and if you hear this, you hear me say some of the same stuff because I go over to WD Pro, I go over to Jonas' channel, Park Place. People know, you know.
That's known for any name, though. I mean, anything that has a name brand on it will be like that, where it's just well known. We know that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could say that about Microsoft.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Speaking of that, speaking of that shit.
I opened a can of worms, didn't I? Oh god.
I posted something the other night. Was it? Okay. Okay, so over here, right here, where is it? You opened up a can of worms right there.
Yeah, I see. I do these things, and I
yeah,
don't.
She does. Okay, so okay, so here, and if you guys haven't seen me on X, I can be nice or I can be bad. Parrot Hat, I'm in a bunch of X groups and everything else. And I said, well, this one cracked me up. John Cena is like the Kathleen Kennedy. Neither one of them are ever going to leave. But the one I'm going to talk about is this one. And then, dude, they're like, you see Retro, because he changed his name. So right down here, you see it. I have an old Core 8. See if I can't even upgrade it to Windows 11. That's just plain ridiculous. So Microsoft, but they will do. There is a lightweight version, but it's called the Eldest D or some shit. I don't remember. Yeah, it's just I hate jumping through hoops. So this thing right here, I got this. Somebody sent me this because they see me posting shit where I bash Windows and Microsoft all the time. They're still trying to convince Windows 10 users to upgrade their shit, and I'm calling bullshit. Is slowly gaining popular bullshit. No, I'm not. No. It's nobody hates this shit. Nobody likes it. Everybody hates fucking Windows, man. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So I know that they're really getting ready to stop support on Windows 10 as of October this year.
Yeah, here I want to show you this right here. This right. I found this somebody sent me to this and they're like, Jed, is this bullshit propaganda? Or I'm like, well, this first part right here, where it's this part is slowly gaining more pop. No, it isn't. Because that AI bullshit, the one thing where it takes snapshots of everything, where they like, here's the thing. Windows 11 could go on to a computer that runs Windows 10. They're only doing this because they're greedy. So, they're greedy as fuck. They know they can get away with it. But I do agree with low spec. And I say this. I want to go over to Linux, and I love Linux. I want to go put it, but I only have one computer. So if I fuck that up, I'm done.
Well, that's why you end up talking to a tech guy.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm a tech guy, but there's a certain point that I'm a tech
Yeah,
guy too.
yeah, exactly. I know exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
A
You know,
lot,
I
yeah,
I
yeah,
I end up having my two sources that I have, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, what is this? Now,
yeah,
at one point, my build that's 5 years old, we've already checked it out, and it's
Yeah.
a yes can do.
yeah.
But
Yeah, look at this. Low Spec just said my laptops don't even buttons. Yeah. Well, here and this is why I say this. Low Spec is like that like one of the Jedi. He's like Obi-Wan or like one of the wise masters from like an anime, or he's like Morpheus that
Mhm.
taught Neo. Like Low Spec, if you see his place, Low Spec is fucking brilliant. I will say this, and I will always say this about Low Spec. He built his own place to be self-sufficient and stuff. Low Spec is awesome. Okay, I want to say this. People don't give Low Spec enough credit. Dude is genius. Okay, so that's not me kissing his ass. That's I actually like. I appreciate his genius and everything. Yeah, Low Spec says, I mean, I played Sink or Swim, but actually suggest getting a different drive. Yeah, I only, like, that's the thing. I only have, yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I agree with this one, too. But if you put Low Spec and him together and LDG together, they're like, yeah, that's who you want. Like, if shit goes down, that's who you want on your team. Like, literally, you want these two guys on your team if some shit goes down. Like, so, I agree with that. Yeah, so, yeah, and then he goes, Kate said this. Yeah, dude, Low Spec, I only have this one. And I heard of dual booting and stuff, but I don't know about that. Yeah, this is why, because he already told me this. You can do boot, but it'll break, so don't do that. Yeah, and I already heard from another friend of mine that I sent out to tech support. He used to go to high school with me, and my uncle worked for the government, and we got out of high school, and I told him to go ask my uncle for a job, like a tech job in the government. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just true. It helps Sporkin and Orbs. Yeah, he's good. And my uncle got him a job because he worked in the government. And my buddy's been out there like doing tech support in Washington for like 2 decades now.
Well, and the other thing that I'm curious to know about is like with this whole thing of upgrading to the next operating system with Windows is that how are companies going to shift on over? And to be honest with you, I think it's going to be a last minute thing, isn't it? If they have to just make that switch on over too, how that affects companies like hospitals and certain companies that they have to live off this type of stuff.
Here's the thing, and I'll tell you, and Low Spec, please correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, because I know he knows. Okay, so I do know that a lot of companies, there are still companies to this day that are still running their things on Windows XP.
Yeah.
They're running cache machines and everything, but here's the funny thing. A lot of them are running Linux servers and have XP on them, which is hilarious. Because think about this, and I've said this before. If you have a big company and Microsoft says you got to do this, and you have like 300 computers in your company just in one location alone, and let's say you have another 100 across the pond over in the UK, and then you have like another 400 or 500 in a business over in India, and you have America, you have the UK, you have India. Okay, do you know how much money that's gonna take? Yeah, and that's the funny thing too, and I want to point this out. What Loso just said. Microsoft uses Linux servers to push their bullshit. Yes, they use Linux, but they don't want to. They do not want to. That's the funny thing. They don't want to out themselves that they use Linux servers. Yeah, that's the funny thing. A bunch of Microsoft uses Linux stuff. They don't say that shit because they want to push their fucking spyware on everybody.
Well, they want to push their product.
Well, it's not a product. It's basically spyware. All that bullshit they put on 11 and 12 is. And here's the thing. I think Windows wants to push it to the part they want to become like Apple, where you got to go to a so-called, I'm going to put my fingers up, a so-called genius to go get your shit fixed. Those motherfuckers don't know most of the times when you go there, most of the time, they don't know any more than you do. And Low Spec is right. You are the product.
Mhm.
You are. You are the product. And like he says, there's parts that the military use pre-DOS. Yeah, there are still places, and I know this because I have family in the government, that they're still using pre-DOS on some places. They're still running Windows 95 in some places. They are running You would think our government and other government, I'm just talking about our government alone. Our government alone, it's so spread out on things, it's not even funny. So,
Well, the reason why I get curious about all this stuff is because then it impacts certain people with their jobs as
Yeah.
well. You know,
Yeah.
one of the things that I don't know if a lot of people in this circle that we're visiting with know about this, but for example, a lot of hospitals were actually affected by a actual cyber attack that happened with Change Healthcare, for example.
yeah.
You know, they had no backup plan, nothing of that sort, and so much got. I mean, it was just really terrible for a lot of hospitals for that.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder how this integrates with
sis,
that.
did it hit your hospital?
Yes, it did. We
Okay.
had a billing system that was with Change Healthcare, absolutely, and we were backpedaling for like 2-3 months. It was really hard. It not only affected us as a hospital, but
Yeah.
it affected even the insurance companies and how that all works. We had to have more than a plan beyond that.
So yeah, my sister works at a hospital in billing and does other things for the hospital. So she knows about all this shit too. Like, that's the thing. And then if she doesn't know somebody, she'll either come to me or go to another friend that she knows. And then it's usually me or him have the answer, because my knowledge goes up to a certain point. I don't know everything, even though some people go, "Oh my God, Jed talks about everything. He knows them." I do not know everything. And yes, sometimes I talk out of my ass. I admit it. I talk out of my ass. Like, at least I know, okay?
Jim Carrey style.
Yeah, dude. Like, hello, how are you doing? Hello, senor. Would you like to go to the movies or something? Hello, I just watched The Mask with Kay recently, and she never got to see that before.
Good movie. Good movie.
Yeah, so
That was, I think, one that I think Jim Carrey really wanted to see as another movie made on that one.
yeah, I wish he would have got to do that, you know.
I know that he, granted, the reason why he did Sonic 4, he was like, well, I just bought a whole bunch of stuff, so I got to go back to work. That was his comment on it.
Well, there's some people that do that, man. So.
Yeah, but I think it's very interesting when you get to see him work, and he enjoys everything about what he's doing as well for his job.
I just, sometimes it just bothers me about that. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do, bro?
Parrothead, you're absolutely right. He knows everything about being a groupie. Just the other night, he was fangirling like you would not believe about WrestleMania. It was great.
Oh, dude, the minute when Becky came out, I was just, Kay was there. I don't think Sis was there for when Becky came out. Were you?
No, I wasn't. I heard about it.
Okay, so when Becky came out, I fucking lost my shit because Tim and some of the other guys that come over to me and Joe's streams know Joe loves Becky. I love Becky. I love Seth. I love Becky. Roman at times. I love Punk. All the guys. That first event. Okay, so that night when that came out, she goes, "Oh," and I made a smart ass comment right before, and I said, "Watch, it's gonna be somebody fucking lame." And then all of a sudden, you see the doorway opening up, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that looks like..." And Becky's music hit. I lost my shit. I was like, "Let's fucking go!" I literally did this. Like, I literally did this, guys. I really did this.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
I literally did that. I was just like, let's fucking go, boy. Just losing my shit. And like, so it's certain things. There's people, because people don't get to see that shit sometimes. Like, whoa, we did when me and Joe did WrestleMania, because we do WrestleMania, and I want to say thank you to Joe, because he shocked me that first night of WrestleMania, because I knew he was on his trip. Okay, I knew he had to go get his mom and stuff. I didn't expect him. And so he goes, "Hey, bro, watching WrestleMania?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm missing you, dude. We watch this together every year." And he goes, I immediately said, "Hey, you want to come over? Let's do this." I'm like, "Oh, shit." He come on there. I'm like, "Bro." He's like, "Yeah, okay." So we watched the first part. We didn't get to see the second part because he was busy. It was Easter, so.
Yep.
But yeah, I was just, and Harley was there that night too, because Harley, we had a little group chat on Discord and another place where I could stream it, so I streamed it to the family. So Harley you haven't seen wrestling in how many years?
Oh God, 03, 04.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I get this? Okay, how do I use this? Okay, that I don't want to do that. How do I take this down? Okay, this is gonna
By
be
pushing a button.
Okay, and my screen share. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, "You talk out of it, dude." No, you know who talks out of their ass. That's Gavin Newsom and those other idiots. But I'm not gonna do that because Harley doesn't like politics. Sissy doesn't like politics. So.
Yeah, that's taboo with me.
Yeah. If she starts to hear me go and I start to go MAGA, she's like, "No, because politics." Yeah.
No, that's when that's taboo.
Yeah, that's when we do that.
There's no conversation that comes good out of that.
Yeah, it isn't.
Subject.
Because there was one conversation we had. It was between another person we hang out with and somebody else. Yeah, and here's this. I've watched every single WrestleMania, so I've seen every single since it started, because the first WrestleMania was on closed circuit TV. One of my friend's dads worked at a place that had a closed circuit TV, and they were showing WrestleMania. So I was hanging out with my grandparents, and I told my grandfather, "Hey, can we go over there?" He took me over there. My grandfather kicked it in the back. This is when they're alive, so this was like when I WrestleMania. That was, let me see this. First WrestleMania. WrestleMania 1, what year? Okay. I have a voice program, because I type like shit, so... Here, let me show you guys.
Yes, you do some days.
Yes, this is people know, so I figured out, you know...
I'm glad I don't have to spell for you anymore.
Yeah, because I got a voice program and shit, so... Yeah, so this was March 1985, first WrestleMania.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That was a while ago.
Yeah. And it was only in selected areas, and it was on closed circuit television. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Sure. Where is it?
Well, I never actually seen a WrestleMania in my life. So technically, this past weekend that we had was my first WrestleMania. All of it's on pay-per-view, or you have to, pay for it, and so forth. Mine was always the Raw or SmackDown or stuff
Yeah.
that was on TV that way.
Okay, where is it? I cannot see it. Did I do something wrong? On
Don't
screen.
push that button.
Oh,
Push the other button.
Okay. Don't push the button! Okay, I need to get that.
Push the other button.
Yeah. Okay. So it's here. It was. You should check out, dude. Yeah, ETAP. I've been on a bunch of ETAP streams, like with Parahit. ETAP's awesome. I used to hang out with ETAP all the time. ETAP, if you want to go over there, hey Parrot Head, since you're a mod in here, can you? Oh, you should be here. I'm gonna fix that. Parrot Head, can you get ETAP's fucking channel? And low spec, you need this too, so can you put ETAP's link in there for everybody, please? So he's a mod over when I do the Archivist stuff too. So
Got it.
I'm in low spec mod rights and shit because they know what to do. But yeah, it's like I said, my grandfather. I was 10. Okay, I think I was 10. Okay, so WrestleMania.
Does that look like Mr. T? WrestleMania with Hulk?
Yeah.
In there?
Mr. T used to be a huge part of WrestleMania all the time.
Oh, I did not know that.
So it's and then Kay said Joe, Harley, and Babe made it really fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Okay, so we still have it. It's still around, but it doesn't. It only gets used. Let me pull this up. This does, okay. Let me do this. Coliseum Fairgrounds. Okay, so this is. You see that? Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so this right here, if you guys can see it, that is the Coliseum. We used to have the Phoenix Suns games there. Let me do this. There it is, right there. That might be a modern day picture on it. It looks like an older one, because I don't remember. Some of these buildings aren't there here anymore. Let me see. Images. Okay, so here, this is. Okay, Indiana State Fair, Virginia. Okay, so this is a picture from the top. That looks more modern day.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like that's not ours either. Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, there we go. We have our state fair here all the time. This is what it looks like inside, and it's very dated and stuff still. This is our state fair stuff. You can tell the panels are from like the 80s and stuff. Sometimes they fall down and
Yeah.
Dude, but yeah. They also have things at other places too for the state fair now. They had to start moving things to Wesley Bolton Plaza and the exhibit building and everything else, because it is a very old building. I let me go back and do something here. Coliseum Fairgrounds. Okay. Let me find this. How old is the Arizona? Okay, so here's the Wikipedia. 1965. Okay, that was when, I think that's the year my dad was born. I'm not sure. Yeah, Parrot Head, so was Cyndi Lauper. Parrot Head, so was Cyndi Lauper and other stuff. And then there's the link to his channel right here if you guys see this. So please go over there to his wrestling channels. They're awesome. So I've been over there. He's been over on mine and everything else. Basically, let me get rid of this one. It was located at Arizona State Fairgrounds. So it hosted, the Suns were there from 68 to 92. And then in 92, they moved the Suns over to America West Arena, which they called it at the time. And this is like a more modern day picture. Look at that. Because they don't have that, I think, there no more. Yeah, those are older ones, but yeah. This started in the 1960s because there's a. And I think they also did. They did some movies there too. And the Orpheum Theater that we have here in Arizona, this one was the same creator. This was in 1927. It was completed in 1929. This place still exists. They have Broadway plays in there now. It's exclusively for Broadway plays and other stuff now. This is the inside. They redid the inside. It used to. They had to. It's beautiful. I've been there several times for things. They even did. I think. They used to do movies where I think even riff tracks even came in there at one point. And this is the outside. It's just a beautiful place. We have a lot of history here. That a lot of people don't know about. But yeah, and then so you go, and this was in the 1940s. This was owned by Paramount. This used to be owned by Paramount. And so now Smith Studios created the transfer and redid it, and it's been placed on the Historic National in 1985. So it's a historic place now.
Because that kind of looks like what they used in Tombstone, isn't it?
Well, a lot. They did some. That was old Tucson and stuff. Sis.
Got it.
Yeah. The reason why that this place got changed to it, it was changed to honor. So its original name was the Arizona State Fairgrounds Expedition Center, and then they changed it. And here's the thing: sometimes they have to replace these panels and stuff. If you ever go to one in there, like in 1965, it was changed to Arizona's War Veterans. When Sam Goddard, he was like a politician. He was, he actually did do some good stuff for the state. But, the Coliseum Circus from Leaky Roof, dating back to its first anniversary when the management put a candle on the roof to celebrate the candle broke the roof seal, and they've had to, like, over the years, they've had to, like, replace it because they can never get any of the wax or anything out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird. Okay, so, he even came off, like, it's had the Monkees, had their tour in 67, the Rolling Stones has been there, Presley kicked off his first tour, what a sold-out crowd in 73, and then he came back in, I think, 79, but that was like Fat Elvis, I think, and I didn't want to see Fat Elvis. I was just like, no, I don't want that. And call the Madhouse on McDowell. Because, like Parrot had said, it was Small Time. Hey, Small Time, I didn't see you. I'm sorry, brother. I'm not paying attention because I'm trying to remember how the light in arenas. Yeah, it used to be so dark in the. Yeah, I was like, holy crap! Parrot, the Small Time came in. I know it didn't, Parrot.
You probably saw
Yeah. I did. Yeah. Remember, he's like
one Sunday out of every month, Parrot Head.
No.
No, that's a different one thing.
That was a long time ago, Sid. That was years ago. That was that was stuff I did before K. I'm not.
I know, as I said.
What? Here's the thing.
I'm allowed to.
Here's the thing. I did say some shit about that back in the day. That's the reason why everybody was like, "What the fuck, Jed?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then another thing is when Matt would when we used to do, because Matt's been working a lot and stuff, and he's just doing his little podcast and shit now. No, it wasn't Parrot Head. It was not last week. No, it was not last week. When we used to do the cocktail lounge, like every fucking single Friday night, Matt would bring up some weird shit, and then I would give the response and shit, and then he's like, "What the fuck, Jed?" And I'm like, "What? I'm just being honest, bro." And then it got into the BDSM thing and stuff, and then Matt was like, "What the fuck, Jed? What? How do you know?" I was like, "I'm just saying." And there's like, I think that was some of the reason why he hit a lot of the Roadhouse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I agree with this. Small Time. Arizona State Athletic. They used to be a powerhouse at one point. Arizona State, like ASU, used to be like. I remember this. I remember used to go into the ASU games. Like they used to dominate, and then at one point, they kind of gave up. You know, ASU is huge, and I agree with Small Time on this. So, here I'm gonna do this. So I said we only be an hour because we got other things to do, sis.
Yep, same here.
Yeah. So I want to make sure to talk to her a little bit before we go to bed. And so I'm not gonna go to bed, but she has to go to bed, and then Kay gets tired and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was not me. I was more like Bruce Willis. Okay, that wasn't me. So I want to give a shout out to my brother right here. Let me make sure I do this right. You see this hat right here? Let me see this. Scream sure. I'm getting the hang of this. If you go down to his 9line, there's Jay, Welcome to the Rebellion. I am there every single morning. Let me get his Welcome to the Rebellion fucking stream up. I gotta go get the link. Just a second. What count am I on? I'm on my Revenue account. Actually, just a second. I'm gonna switch accounts real fast and hope it doesn't fuck shit up. Okay. And then my subscriptions and stuff I watched. My history. So, okay, just view all, because I've seen too much shit already this morning. I leave shit on. Okay, here it is. This is... Okay, so I have... Where is it? This is Jay's. His collection's right here. Let me see. This is Jay's collections right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is to his 9line store. You see this? You see this hat right here? His Vindictive. You can get all his Welcome to the Rebellion stuff there. Wait, did I put in the right one? Yeah, I did. I was like, wait, okay. You can get all his Vindicta. It's for his comic that's going to come out. and you can get all his Welcome to the Rebellion stuff out here too. And then here we go. This is his podcast right here. I gotta rep my brother. This is his upcoming stream. He politics, religion, anything is it's there. So if you go over there to his show and stream, boom. Did I not show the? Okay, here. There's his This is his store right here, where he can see Jay just putting his face out right there. He talks about that. I have the shirt. I have the hat. They're permanent. These shirts are in really good conditions and stuff. He has mugs. I'm probably gonna get this shirt at some point. Dead men don't tell no tales. I have this shirt right here. I want to get another one of the Welcome to the Rebellion shirts. And here's the thing about this. Like I say, and I want to keep putting this out there, the Nine Line Foundation aims to provide a landline to injured veterans after they return home. So anything that gets bought in this store, especially in Jay's store, yeah, he is. I gotta say this, and I'm there every single morning. Everybody can see me in there. It's very smart to do an early morning show. People waking up, going to school, they're looking for something to listen to. Yeah, it's true. And he has an awesome show. I'm in there every single morning. I'm raising hell in there sometimes. There are some times where people bring religion up and then get him going. And then I'm like, you see me, unleash the beast, Jay. Do what you need to, brother. And then, so I put that in there, and then let me make sure I had this. There's his 9-line apparel right there. And then here is his Welcome to the Rebellion channel right here. Let me do this. That was for his store. And this one is for, make sure.
Yep.
This is for his channel over there. I'm there every single month. If you don't see me over there in the morning, there's probably something wrong. I have real life or something, so. Please go over there. Have fun with us. We have a ball over there. Almost anything goes. If you go over the line, he will tell you. But Jay is really chill. He's chill. And you just have fun. And he also is on Rumble too. So, just like I was tonight. So, appreciate you, any of you guys. If you guys are over there coming over to Rumble, appreciate you guys. Here, let me go. So, stop sharing that. So, welcome, Vindictive. Go over to Welcome to Rebellion, everything else. And do you have anything to say, sis?
Nice meeting you all. I hopefully get to come and be a part of this a little bit more often. Thank you for introducing me.
If you guys see her in Roadhouse, you know there's gonna be some shit. Sissy on Roadhouse, a bunch of the other guys, she's not afraid to fight back. She ain't gonna take no shit. And then some of the guys are like, oh shit. I was like, that's my sister right there.
The best way to put it is Peter Pan the crocodile coming in, and then you hear the tick-tick-tick with underneath the water. Yeah, he's coming. Yep.
Yeah. There is going to be, and I've been asked this a couple times, when I do get Roadhouse starting back up, there is going to be a few women on there, but it's going to be women that fit that, because we don't need anybody to get butthurt over there, because we're just all trying to have a good time. Okay? So, it's sometimes people get butthurt, just like they did over on the cocktail lounge. Oh, Parrot Head, I'm going to try to get her to come over there. She would have came over to this, because you remember I was on Snow Stream the other night.
Mm-hmm.
I was over there with the guys and everybody, and I said, you guys want to come and watch it? And they're like, no. So she helped Kay with fixing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I bounced over there to Snow's for about an hour. And, oh, yeah, I thank you for reminding me, Snow's. Yeah, and Sherry, here, let me. Hey, Parrothead, can you put up Snow's channel for me real fast, please? This Saturday night. Let me go to his X. Because I have him in the sponsor there. This Saturday night will be the finale, the season finale of the Tuck and Roll show. If I'm right, Sherry, you guys, I don't know. I think Snow told me this. Let me go into the cotton connection here. Where's Snow? There's my brother right here. There's my other. He is awesome. He is jolly. He is everything right here. Go over to Snow Stream on X if you guys are on X. Go over there. Go hit him a like. You'll get all info about and Parrothead put it in there. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. There's Snow Dove stream right there. Be nice and tell yeah. See, yeah. Oh yeah. So this Saturday night, I think, was it Saturday or Friday? I don't remember which one. There's gonna be examples of jiggle physics. You might want to come over there and show up for the thing. Okay. Let me put his link in the chat here. There's gonna be some chaos and some good stuff there tonight. This next week on the finale, the season finale. So I'm gonna try to be over there. No, not just physics. Jiggle. You know, jiggle. Okay.
Wiggle.
Yeah. Wiggle. And there's his thing over there. So this turned out to be like we were only going to do this for 30 minutes, but it turned out to be an hour. I'm sorry, sis.
It's fine. It just means that I'm on to the next thing.
Okay, so do you want to say anything before you go?
I'm just thank you for having me. Hello, everybody, and thanks for seeing who I am.
Okay.
So thank you.
Okay. So you guys know my channels. There was one that I want to make well known that you guys please go over there. Please go over to the Archivist because I'm going to be adding more stuff over there. There's going to be more. Jesus. There's going to be lots more stuff going on over there. Let's back. What's up, my brother? Wait, we got to put the jiggle up in the chat. Please go over to the Archivist if you can. We're going to be doing some more stuff. You're probably going to be seeing Retro. If the thing when it messed up last night or the day. Retro would have been there because he was already, and I just shut it down afterwards.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot. I need a scoot.
Okay, just a second. I'm gonna see about you later. So, hey guys, we'll talk to you later. Thank you all for I don't have an outro or anything, so I'm just gonna end it. So I haven't done that thing set up. So thanks guys. Thank you for everything. Bye.